Welcome into a special edition of AZ Audibles here at Valet Luna in Chandler. We're happy to be joined by Mesquite head coach Scott Hare. Thank you so much, Coach, for swinging by.
No, I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
So last year was a special season. You just took over and happened to go win the 4A state championship. When could you tell that the 2019 Mesquite version was going to be a good one?
Well, I'd still been on the campus for a couple years as the athletic director, so I had an opportunity to watch the games and really kind of just see what the guys were all about. So I was really excited to take over. When I moved back to the sidelines, I really felt like there was a good, solid group of guys that really wanted to be good, and so they worked real hard in the weight room. We had a great summer, and but I would really say as we probably hit about Game 7, I knew that we could really go farther than just make the playoffs and have a couple of good games. I really felt like about Game 7, our team was really clicking.
And obviously in the tournament, 1-point game against Marcos Deniza, 1-point game against Cactus, to the wire against Desert Edge. What did your team have to do to overcome everything that came at them when you're down to the wire 3 straight games in a row to win a championship?
Well, I think first we stayed calm. There was very little panic on our sidelines at any point in time. Also, the guys really, they knew they needed to step up, and really I think there were a lot of guys that wanted to step up. Obviously, you have a guy holding the ball with Ty's caliber at quarterback. You always know you have an opportunity to be successful. But really, I was really proud of the defense, because if you really look at all 3 of those games, our offense was clicking most of the whole year, but really it was the defense that really had to step up in each of those last 3 games to really allow us to move forward.
You mentioned Ty. Obviously, he is the cornerstone coming back, but a lot of those skill players that were around him have graduated. What is the message for the 2020 Mesquite Wildcats?
Yeah, as much as the group we had was phenomenal. We do graduate 4 of our top 5 ball carriers, but I will say I'm very excited about the guys that are going to step into those roles. We're going to be a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. We're going to be a little different. The guys last year were really kind of spread it out, kind of wing it all over the place. I think because we're going to be a little bigger, a little stronger, I think we're going to have a really good run game this next year. Obviously, a good run game means you're going to have to bring some people closer to the line of scrimmage, sure, which obviously makes Ty all that much more difficult to deal with.
And how do you keep those guys who do have a ring hungry all 10 games long in the regular season and keep them motivated going into the playoffs, especially if you see tight games again like you saw this year?
Well, really, once again, most of these guys are going to be in new positions. So the guys that we had this last year who got a ring, a lot of them were role players. Very good role players, but role players. Those role players now are going to step into those main positions. They're going to be the ones now that need to get those crucial first downs, get those crucial stops. So really, we do have a couple of really good kids coming back that were key parts of that team. But a lot of the guys that have a ring, they're going to be in new positions of being in those leadership roles.
Ramping up to spring ball, what have you really tried to convey to Ty about taking that next step as a quarterback? I know it sounds crazy. He already won a state championship. He's got a handful of Power 5 offers, some huge schools. But what are you really trying to get across to him as he goes into his final year?
For me, it's 100% getting him ready to continue with his future, which for me at quarterback, the quarterback position, your best quarterbacks are leaders. He needs to understand there's a leadership role to what he does. He is good at that, but everybody always can be improving. I think right now I'm not working on a 5-step drop or what his reads are. I'm really working on how can you now take the room and run it. Be a coach. Yep. I mean, almost not just a coach. They talk about quarterbacks all the time like they're coaches on the field. I don't just mean that. I mean, I want you to garner that respect in the locker room to literally lead the team. And I'll follow you. I'll follow Ty. If he wants to take us in a certain direction, I believe right now that's his next process.
Well, thanks so much again for stopping by. I appreciate it. Best of luck with everything moving forward, Coach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
This was a special edition of AZ Audibles from Valet Luna here in Chandler.